Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, willkommen zum Oktoberfest Deutsch Erben.
That's right, folks. Welcome to the Rust Belt Oktoberfest German Heritage Race, part of our Rrrrrracetober program here at Rust Belt Diecast Racing. Builders from around the world were asked to only use the Hot Wheels Volkswagen Golf casting and to not exceed 50 grams of weight. Additionally, they needed to decorate their vehicle to look like a race car, complete with numbers and sponsors. We'll get you started with a look at the track here at Hamburg Hill. You'll fall off the Great Descent, which is a 3.5-foot drop into the valley, where you'll split into 2 lanes. Around the rock turn, and into the open track section, through turn 2 and onto the final stretch. First car to touch the rock at the end of the track wins. Now let's meet our drivers. In the number 21 with fully functioning windshield wipers, it's Adam Singleton. For 4-6 Racing, in the aptly numbered 46, it's Boog. Driving out of Puerto Rico, in the number 5 machine, it's Carlos Gonzalez. Representing the home team here at Rust Belt Diecast Racing, it's Cupcake. Driving for Sauerfrau, Squeezable Kraut. And the racers that say knee, it's Diamond Dave. If you notice some liquid leaking on the track, it's none other than the number 17, driven by Dribbly Bob. In the number 2, it's a Friday Night Food Fights fan favorite. That's Dirty Murray from Missouri. Glittering all the way down the track, straight out of Sin City, it's J.D. Elst. On a wing and a prayer, representing Silverback Diecast Racing, it's Jimmy John. For Bad Burn Racing, it's the number 3 of Kid Fairburn. Our second driver from the racers that say knee, it's the number 13 of Killer Bunny. In the number 14, representing Michael's Diecast Garage, it's MDG. Coming to you from the northern reaches of central Michigan, it's Rooster. He's lucked out getting a rainy race day, driving the number 37 Splash Mountain car out of the Great White North. It's Simon Harvey. And rounding out the field, you know him, you have mixed feelings about him, it's Tooth Fairy. Whoa, what's that noise at the bottom of the hill? Well, it's legendary German racer Sparky von Dinglehopper. Sparky, what are you doing here?
Virtus, it would appear you have a vacancy in your bracket. And I, the reigning track champion, are here to fill your void and show these founders what is up.
Sparky, that doesn't look like a Volkswagen Golf to me.
You will mind your own business.
Well, I'm glad to see you haven't changed. Alright, so now that we've met everyone, let's get to the matchups. This bracket was compiled by a blind random list generator. We'll refer to the left side as the west and the right side as the east. And we'll pop this bracket up a few more times during the race so that you can see how your favorite drivers are doing. We'll kick off the festivities with a west bracket battle between Jimmy John and Killer Bunny. They're off and Killer Bunny way out in front there. Killer Bunny had him on the drop with the advantage there as they got to the bottom of the hill and just held on. Jimmy John could not get around her. And here we'll get the first view of our new finish line cam. The car is right up in your face. So we'll set them up again here at the top of Hamburg Hill. There they go. Wow! Jimmy John getting revenge on Killer Bunny, pushing her right off the track. And you can see just how crazy things can get here at Hamburg Hill. There she goes. Killer Bunny actually passed Jimmy John on the drop, but he was having none of that. And you see here, he finishes all alone. So that means one thing, folks. It's time for sudden death. There they go, and Killer Bunny gets a great jump again and takes the win, but pays dearly as Jimmy John flips her over on the line. You see the two of them neck and neck, and then Killer Bunny just splits out. And here on the finish line cam, Jimmy John gets his revenge and smashes her over there. In race number 2, we'll have Carlos Gonzalez and J.D. Elst there on the inside. Elst early, but Gonzalez raging back. Let's look at the replay here, folks, because Elst actually fell off the track in turn 2. Looks like Elst had the jump, but Gonzalez raging back there and hitting the open track. Elst just lost his speed and fell off on turn 2. As we'll see here on the finish line cam, Gonzalez out there in the front, and Elst just flipped over. Looked like he might have tapped the inside fence there. So we'll rack him up again. Gonzalez up by 1. They're off. Gonzalez out again in the open track, and Elst again rolling over. Not sure if that was an unforced error like the last time. But you see Gonzalez out there, breaks apart in the open track. Elst comes up, actually tapped the back of him. And it looked like that might have been what caused the rollover for Elst. As he comes flying around here, tapped the back of Gonzalez, and that's what it took. So Carlos Gonzalez moving on. In race 3, we'll have Adam Singleton and Boog. They're off, and Boog comes out blazing off the line and jumps out to a big lead for the win. Looks like Singleton came to a stop there on turn 2. Here on the replay, you see Singleton got a little loose coming down the hill, and that's all it took for Boog to take advantage there and get the win. So we'll set him up again after a little shot here at our finish line cam. I'm really enjoying this view. What a good shot of all the action. So here they are at the top for another try. And this time it's Boog who rolls off in turn 2. Opening a gap for Singleton to take the win, and we're all tied up here, folks. Look at this. They're neck and neck down the hill. Boog pulls out in front, and it looks like he just got a little shaky and just drifts off. Singleton comes in for the win. And there you see the orange, and it's gone. Singleton all by himself there at the finish line. So we have another wonderful sudden death here at the Oktoberfest German Heritage Race here at Rust Belt Diecast Racing. They're off, and it looks like Boog is going to take the last. No! Singleton with a huge move at the end! What is even happening here? The magic of Hamburg Hill takes over. Look at Boog is out there. He stretches out his lead here, and then he goes a little sideways, and Singleton can sneak in there and hit the rock first. Watch on the finish line cam, you'll see right when Boog starts to slide there, drifting out of the last turn. And it was just enough to slow him down for Singleton to take advantage. That'll take us to our last race of the West Bracket with Kid Fairburn and Dribbly Bob. Dribbly Bob with a little hop off the line, and Fairburn cruises past for the win as Bob comes to a rest in the grass. Bob just skipped off the line a little bit there, and it was enough to lose momentum going into the open track section as Fairburn finishes all by himself. So it's going to take a little push here from Bob to make up for that mistake, as you see Fairburn come in and touch the rock. We'll see if Bob has an answer. There they go, and indeed he does! Wow! He does in fact have an answer, ladies and gentlemen. Beating Fairburn off the laned section was all he needed. And this time he was on fire, coming down the center. You see here around that turn, Dribbly Bob just extending his lead there around that second turn. Very fast car there. So that sets up a wonderful sudden death for the third time today. And they go, and Bob is over! Fairburn all the way to the finish line by himself. What happened here? Like Dribbly Bob flipped on his lid just coming down. Completely untouched. Totally unforced error there by Dribbly Bob. Fairburn takes the win here, and he will advance. And moving on to the East bracket, we'll see for the first time track champ Sparky Von Dinglehopper as he takes on Cupcake. Von Dinglehopper with a huge jump on Cupcake. Cupcake trying to keep up there, but just can't get enough speed going through the turns. You see there, Von Dinglehopper really got the jump on him. We'll see if Cupcake's got anything lined up for him in this second race as they come around the final turn. Von Dinglehopper high, Cupcake high, and he just got a little slippery there. Couldn't catch up. So Cupcake to the inside, Von Dinglehopper up by 1. There they go again. Oh, Cupcake kept up with him that time, but Von Dinglehopper just lightning out of those turns. Look at the way he takes these turns in that quote-unquote Volkswagen Golf. Up high, just running some beautiful lines today is Dinglehopper. He will advance, knocking out Cupcake here as we continue into the East bracket. We'll see there Rooster on the inside and Dirty Murray from Missouri in the number 2. Whoa, neck and Murray is off! They were side by side, door to door racing, and Rooster pushes Murray right off the side of the track. Look at that, that is some dirty racing. I think it was that wing, that high wing on the back of Rooster's car, just clipped Murray enough to push him over the edge. Look at this, there's Murray, and he's gone. And just Rooster all by himself. So we'll see if Murray's got some retaliation in him here, or if he's just going to lay down. Again, Rooster with a beautiful move at the end. Murray was right there with him the entire race. Look at that. Rooster gets out a little bit, but Murray catches up to him, holds him off on the inside, pushes him out, and Rooster with a beautiful move, just ducking his nose down. You'll see best here on the finish line. Rooster taking up the whole track to get that win. We'll have the battle of the sevens here. Number 7, Diamond Dave on the outside, and on the inside it's Toothberry in the 77. Whoa, Diamond Dave, grease lightning down the hill. Toothberry stalled out on turn 1 in the rock turn. Diamond Dave gets him, he's 6 car lengths ahead by the time he hits the 2 lane. And once he gets into the open lane, he is gone. We've seen it a few times in this race. Those turns have been propelling cars if they use the right line. So we'll run him again here. See if Toothberry's got anything in the tank. No, he's actually about 4 more car lengths out in front of him there, was Diamond Dave. And Toothberry is rolled over in the leaves at turn 1. You see, Diamond Dave really stretched it out there. That's full-on parabola effect, ladies and gentlemen. Full-on parabola effect. And he comes around and we're just going to see him all by himself. But you can see Tooth Fairy up in the top right there, rolling over into the leaves. Here's our final race of round 1 in the number 14, that's MDG, and the lone Canadian in the race, the number 37 of Simon Harvey. Simon Harvey keeping up there, but MDG whipping around that first turn really caused some separation. Now you see on the drop, they're pretty close there. And MDG took that first turn, and that's where the separation began. Second turn, winged it right out. Harvey gets him a little Canadian how do you do there at the end of the track. So I'll put him back up again. And they're off again. Harvey keeping up again. Getting past. No! MDG held him off. Look at this here, folks. You watch Simon Harvey. He got a huge propellant off of that first turn, but it just wasn't enough to sneak by MDG. MDG blocking the lane, and that's what it took. Harvey had the opportunity and just couldn't squeak by. So MDG will be moving on there in the East bracket. And we'll take a look at our overall bracket here. We'll have Killer Bunny and Carlos Gonzalez, Adam Singleton and Kid Fairburn round out the East bracket. Then we'll go to Sparky Von Dinglehopper, who just had that big upset, Rooster, Diamond Dave, and we just saw MDG knock out Simon Harvey to move on. And as promised, here's the matchup between Killer Bunny and Carlos Gonzalez. They're off. Killer Bunny beats him into the open lane. Gonzalez flips over. It looks like Gonzalez may have had a little issue in turn 2. Get to see Killer Bunny out front. Gonzalez comes through turn 2, taking a center line. We have definitely seen the most success today taking the high line, as you see Killer Bunny does there. Gonzalez taking that center line, ends up losing momentum and flipping over. So we'll get them up at the top of the track, see if Gonzalez learned anything from that run. There they are, Bunny out front again, and Gonzalez, oh, little slip up. He was gaining on Killer Bunny. But you'll see he took that center line again. He actually went high and then drifted down to the center line. And that was his undoing as Carlos Gonzalez goes down swinging here, and Killer Bunny will be advancing. And that'll lead us into Adam Singleton and Kid Fairburn. Both of these drivers had sudden death races in the first round. Fairburn getting the edge, and it looks like Singleton on his roof. That's the wrong direction to be facing when you're on the track. Fairburn blows the doors off him there into turn 1, and into turn 2, he took the same lane that Garcia did. Singleton flips over the same way as Garcia, and that's not going to be enough to win that first one, but hey, there's always second chances, and here it comes for Singleton. Fairburn moves to the outside up by 1. They're off. That was a close race. Oh, and almost lost it there was Fairburn. He looked like he was going to get squirrely there out of turn 2 like we've seen so many times already today. Fairburn taking high lane, coming along high lane, beautiful, but he slides down. And that was the opportunity there, as you're going to see on the finish line cam, for Singleton to make his move, but he did the same thing. Both of them running the same line out of turn 2, and that means that Kid Fairburn will be advancing. So we'll hop on over to the West bracket, where we'll have Sparky Von Dinglehopper and Rooster. Rooster taking the lead! Wow, I did not think we'd see that today. Sparky Von Dinglehopper finds himself down a race. He almost beat him into turn 1 though. And he almost beat him at the end. Watch this as they come around the second turn. Sparky's making his moves like a pro here. He needed another 10 feet of track to make that move. But he's got an opportunity here swapping lanes. Rooster beats him down again, but Sparky got hit there. It looked like Rooster tagged him on the door a little bit as he swung down out of turn 1. See, coming up here, Rooster comes down, and he does. He tagged him just a touch, and that was all it took to take the momentum out of the track champion, who now finds himself eliminated. Sparky Von Dinglehopper will not be pleased with that run. So that exciting race will bring us to the last pairing of the Elite 8. That's MGD in the 14, and half that is Diamond Dave on the outside. Dave with a clutch move there, running into turn 1, and I don't know what happened to MDG here, if he just fell off or he got tagged. We'll see here. He tried to make the move, and it looked like he lost all momentum by doing that. He went low and tried to make that move to pass, and he couldn't get through, and that was his demise as Diamond Dave comes hurtling into the rock. So race number 2 here. MDG way out in front, and he flies over the track. What just happened here? We gotta slow this thing down and unpack it. I do not know what happened to MDG there. He had the lead here. Diamond Dave in pursuit. MDG with the win ahead of him. I think Diamond Dave did him dirty there. I think he might have tapped him. We'll see on the finish line cam here and slow it down. And yes, Diamond Dave did tap him slightly to push him off the track. So MDG is held out of the Final Four with that move from Diamond Dave. And here's your Final Four. We got Killer Bunny, Kid Fairburn, Rooster, and Diamond Dave. Rooster and Diamond Dave are the only undefeated drivers left in the race, so that should be a very exciting conclusion to the East bracket, pushing into the championship. But we'll get it kicked off here for the Final Four with Kid Fairburn on the inside and Killer Bunny on the outside. Fairburn leads down the drop, but Killer Bunny, using the parabola effect again, propels herself ahead of Fairburn. Look at Fairburn getting all the way down there and almost to the end, but the parabola effect shoots Killer Bunny into turn 1 and not looking back. As they come around the last turn here, you can see the separation. That's all parabola effect, folks. All parabola effect. But Fairburn's got another opportunity here. We'll see what he can make of it. There they go. Fairburn first down again, but Killer Bunny shoots out for a second consecutive time using that parabola effect against Fairburn. You see, Fairburn's got her by half a car, and Killer Bunny makes it up on that laned area. And ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at your first championship contender here at the Oktoberfest German Heritage Race. It's Killer Bunny moving on to the championship. So who will she face? We've got two big-time competitors here in Rooster in the 58, and on the inside is Diamond Dave in the 7. There's a drop. Rooster shooting right out, but Dave comes back. What is with all of the parabola effect here today, folks? I am absolutely loving this. Look at Rooster. Oh, it looked like Rooster actually rode the rail a little bit. He was the first one down. Diamond Dave took advantage using the parabola effect. So it was more than that propelled him down. Both cars going to that center line, which is not great out of turn 1. It would be nice to see these guys. This is the best out of the best. You would think that they would take a better line. But we'll set them up and run them again. Dave is one win away from the championship. Oh, and Rooster sideways again! Rooster got two nasty drops. What happened here? Rooster was way ahead and skipped the rail again. Dave gave him a little tap on the way by, which actually centered him, but it wasn't enough momentum to keep Rooster going. As he stalls out there in the laned section, and Diamond Dave with a victory lap, heading to the championship race to face Killer Bunny. And you heard that right, folks. We have two drivers from the same team. The racers that say knee are really showing up today at the Oktoberfest German Heritage Race. Killer Bunny and Diamond Dave have propelled themselves using the parabola effect into the championship. You got to know what you're running, man. You got to know. So here they are. We'll have Killer Bunny on the outside to start this championship match, and Diamond Dave will be on the inside lane. They're off neck and neck, door to door, and Diamond Dave pushes Killer Bunny around. Look at this. You can't get more even than that coming down the line. And where does the separation start? Right there. Dave makes a gutsy move, flips his tongue up, and blocks Killer Bunny, and in doing so made the pass for the win. That was some guts there from Diamond Dave. We'll see if Killer Bunny has an answer if Dave can run away with this championship. That time, same thing! Close it close! And Killer Bunny this time takes advantage and flips Dave right over. That is a little payback. Look at Killer Bunny as she comes around turn 1, just dumps Dave out. Dave got squirrely after that and flipped himself over. This is going to be a great finish line cam here as they're coming through. Killer Bunny here and Dave sideways, one roll on his lid. Folks, we have probably the greatest thing in racing right now. This is a championship sudden death race. Teammate against teammate, to the winner goes the bratwurst. There we go. Oh, door to door again. And that time, Dave pushes Killer Bunny up to the top. And folks, Diamond Dave is your champion. Let's see what happened there. Because if you see what a champion does, you know how he becomes a champion. Diamond Dave goes low here and pushes Killer Bunny up into the rail. She goes spinning, and he takes advantage and scoots on by. This view right here is going to be a little more telling of what happened. Dave goes up, Killer Bunny sliding down. Ladies and gentlemen, Diamond Dave is your champion for the Rust Belt Oktoberfest German Heritage Race. Congratulations, Diamond Dave, the racers that say knee, and the entire Sauerfrau Squeezable Kraut Racing team. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed it, please share it out to your friends. God bless, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.